You spoke before Congress?
Yeah, it was funny because after we did the, I did the soundtrack for Colors and stuff, and then all of a sudden I got a call from Congress, the Black Caucus, to come out there and talk to them about drugs and gangs. So they got all these politicians sitting on this big thing, and here I am sitting up there in a silk shirt and a Kango, you know, cooling like this. And they like, all right, everybody spoke, all these doctors and stuff, and they said, Ice-T, why are there gangs and drugs, you know? I said, all you fools sitting in here and gonna ask me, and you know exactly why there's gangs and drugs, because you don't care about it, you know what I'm saying? And the gang situation in Los Angeles has been here 20 years. And then a lady got killed in Westwood, you know, a non-black, somebody out of the neighborhood, and all of a sudden there were 387 murders that year and 70,000 gang members. And I said, they didn't join that night, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you used to be a gang member, right?
Well, I was involved with gangs. When I went to Crenshaw High School, and when you got to that school, it was kind of like you either with us or without us. And down in the neighborhood, I mean, everybody is affiliated with gangs. Even little girls walk down the street and somebody will say, well, what set lives here? And they'll say, well, this is the Crips and this is the Bloods. And they know what their mama tells them what color to wear. And it's something that as you grow up, you just learn. So everybody from my neighborhood or down in South Central Los Angeles is affiliated with gangs. I was never a hardcore member that was like, let's go out and kill people. But I used to roll with the sets, and I know what makes them tick. You know what I'm saying? I was just lucky, you know. I advanced from the gang life to be a hustler. I was like, well, the gang banging wasn't making no money back in them days, so I traded my sweatshirt for a silk shirt and was shaking dice on the RTD, you know, throwing the 3 cards down, trying to learn how to do that and stuff. So,
were you ever heavily involved in crime? Did you make a living illegally?
I made a better living than most people in this audience, you know what I'm saying? And it's not really hard. I mean, half of the world is what would be considered the underworld, you know what I'm saying? You got the elite, the legal world, and the illegal world. And there's crime going on right now all around, probably right here on this lot. They just don't call it the same crime that they call it on the streets. But I was involved with it, and I thought that was the only way to get paid, because there's a line that says, here's the establishment, you can't get in. Here's the underworld, no applications. And most black young brothers get in that mode. They feel like they can't make it in this world. And I was just like that. And I was out there getting paid. Then this movie called Breakin' came to me. And the guy, a producer, walked in. He says, we're going to shoot this movie. You'll be our rapper. He'll be the DJ. And these will be my breakers. And I'll make $50,000, $50,000 million, right? So I'm like looking at the man like, I ain't been in no movie, man. I'm about to go get paid, man. You crazy? Get up, get away from me, you know? And then my homeboys came at me and they were like, Ice, man, you need to cool out, man. You need to cool out, man. You need to go and get that money, man. White people like you, man. You know? And they...
Yeah, someone came and told me that same thing years ago.
It's sad, though. It's sad, though, you know? So they told me, they said I can make it. And I'm like looking at them like, man, I thought I got it made, man. And they like, no, you got a chance. And right there, that's when my whole life kind of flipped. Because I realized what we were doing really wasn't what the guys I looked up to wanted to be doing. They wanted to be sitting on Arsenio Hall show. You know, they wanted this, but they felt they couldn't do it. And also they knew that if I had a chance to make it, then I maybe would have a chance to come back and get them. So now, like, I got my little production going, and I'm trying to get all my homeboys. You know, a lot of them are filtering in and out of the penitentiary system, and they coming back. A lot of them won't never be back on the streets, you know? But I'm trying to help them. So I got like a mission to, you know, school people about that high roller life you think you want, but what really is at the end of that road, it's not really what you think.
Okay, you mentioned the word schooling. I've seen the end of your new video. Lethal weapon.
Right.
Sounds like a gun, sounds like something violent and dangerous. Explain to them what the literal meaning of lethal weapon in your mind is.
Okay, well, first, what I actually do with my records, people say, well, why all the guns and why all this and that? But see, what I have to use is what's I consider hardcore depiction. I have to use something that's going to make a kid on the street that might go out and shoot you in your face want to listen to me. You know, if I say go to school, don't do drugs, it sounds like they parents. So I got to sneak it in. So what I did was I tried to make them realize that being hip is being intelligent, and the true lethal weapon is the mind. You got very powerful people that have never maybe pulled a trigger, you know. You got insane ones like Hitler and Charles Manson, but they never actually killed anybody that we know. You know, they're not known for pulling trigger.
Right.
And then you got powerful, positive ones like Martin Luther King, who have said, you know, we can do something. The lethal weapon is the mind. It's not the gun you have in your hand, it's what you're thinking. And if I can train them, I say, go to the library, get some more ammo, you know, and then you'll be powerful, and you'll be stronger than any gun out there, you know what I'm saying?
Dealing with the topic. He's gonna come right back after this commercial and perform his new hit single, Lethal Weapon.